So for friends and family who are here and may not be familiar with our baptism services, just want you to know, first of all, this is a celebration. This is not going to be a quiet moment. We're going to have the band worshiping and playing. We'll be asking you to stand to join. This is a moment of celebration for what God has done in their lives. And so we're going to really celebrate. And so as they come up and they share a brief testimony or statement for those that can or want to, we're going to share that a little bit. That will actually be the order that they're getting baptized in as well. And so we invite friends and family. If you want to come up and be right up here next to them as they're getting baptized, you can participate, take pictures, hug them, and get really wet when you're done. You can do that. We ask you to do that, and you just move and keep moving on for the next family to come in and do the same with the next participant as well. So as soon as we're done with the last one, we'll get set up for the next one, and you can begin to make your way forward based on the order of baptisms that we're going to have here. And we're going to let them share just a brief testimony because we do believe that it's powerful to share. Again, testimonies are so powerful as we share stories with one another, share our stories of how God has impacted us. It's so impactful for those who can hear it and see how God has moved in the lives of others because it builds faith in our lives. And so if we're ready, we're going to invite the first candidate to come on up. Hey, bud. Come right up here. Stand right here. I'll hold this for you. You want to read or are you going to just...
You'd like for me to read for you? Yeah. This is Jack. He says he's getting baptized today because he loves Jesus and he wants to be closer to him.
Hello, my name is Lowen Olausen. I want to get baptized because I want to follow the Lord's example and be more like him and take the next step in my faith.
Good job, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
Hi, my name is Danielle. I grew up attending church. Every time the doors were open, it seemed like we were there. My parents taught us how important a relationship with the Holy Spirit really was. But for me, that all changed. When I was just 16, my mom passed away unexpectedly. For 20 years, I lived in grief, depression, anxiety, and fear. My entire life changed overnight. I rebelled. I had a lot of moments that I'm not proud of. I was so angry that everyone around me seemed to move on so quickly. Looking back now, I see that they were all hurting too, but just in a different moment. I questioned God daily. I wanted to know why my mom. Did he not love me? Was this my punishment? I cried at every mention of her. Every year, it got worse and worse, more angry than the last. And in 2008, I met my husband. He could see the pain and the baggage that I carried. He mentioned church. He thought maybe it would help me. We both knew it was the right step for our children. We found the Vineyard on Easter Sunday in 2016. It felt so good to me just to be able to praise and worship and not be judged. I could cry out to God and ask those questions. I felt like this was where we should be, home in a sense. He wasn't entirely sure, and it took a little longer to come around for him. But like in most marriages, we compromised. We made the Vineyard Church our home. I started to volunteer. I started to meet people. We joined a small group, and they welcomed us with open arms. We attended Connect 4 with Leah, and we attended Sockham. That's where everything changed for me. We graduated from Sockham, and it was in one of those last classes that Putty leading the way, I was able to break those chains. They had bound me so tight. In a room full of people pouring out love to me, some people questioned, and he couldn't really believe that in 30 minutes, 20 years of pain was gone. Yet here I am. I'm free and healed of depression and fear and anxiety. It's amazing what God can do when you truly let him manifest in you. Now I'm free, and this is just my beginning.
Amen. So powerful. We love it. All right, friends and family, if you want to come up, you can start to make your way forward. We're going to get set up with the camera. Only thing I ask, don't stand right in front of the camera so that everybody out there can see the baptism as well if they don't have a good view where they're at. All right, we're going to let the worship team's going to get started. You can begin to make your way forward.
tremble? Did you hear the oceans roar? When the people rose to sing of Jesus Christ, the risen one. Did you feel the mountains? Did you feel the mountains tremble? Did you hear the oceans roar? When the people rose to sing of Jesus Christ, the risen one. We can see, and we can see that God can move a mighty river through the nations. When young and old will turn to Jesus. Flee wide, you heavenly gates. Prepare the way of the risen Lord. And open up the doors and let the music play. Let the streets resound with singing. Oh, and songs that bring your hope, and songs that bring your joy. Dancers dance upon justice. Did you feel the people tremble? Did you feel the